What's up, YouTube? I'm Brad from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Alright, so it looks like the CW and HBO Max are looking to team up on new original shows. Now, this is something that actually kind of shocks me and then doesn't at the same time. I was wondering exactly how this was going to work. We had made a video here on Rants for Us that I believe that the Arrowverse was dead because so much content was going to be DC content was going to be put out on HBO Max. I felt like any show that was a new show coming out on CW would eventually just go right straight to HBO Max, or it would just die out over time because let's face it, the CW, I don't know if the CW could have had the same production power as what HBO Max can. I mean, let's face it, HBO is, they created Game of Thrones, for goodness sakes. Like, it is like nothing you could ever see on the CW. It just wouldn't be it wouldn't be the same. I mean, we know what the CW is capable of producing, and it's nothing to HBO's standard. So, for HBO Max and CW to be teaming up, that actually, I think, works for people that don't have HBO Max subscriptions, kind of broadens the base a little bit for maybe, people maybe to consider it. They enjoy some of the shows on CW and they want to support those shows on HBO Max as well. So I actually think this is a really good move for both. Let me go ahead and read this. It says right here, the CW and HBO Max may be teaming up to create original shows across the two platforms. After the big premiere for Walker and the upcoming Superman and Lois set to air on February 23rd, the CW is making moves to expand its audiences. The network recently renewed a number of its series, including The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow, which have yet to air their season premieres. HBO Max is also looking to expand its audience, with 2021 set to feature a number of blockbuster Warner Brothers films, including Godzilla vs. Kong, The Suicide Squad, and Dune. Deadline reports HBO Max and the CW are discussing a co-financing deal for original series. The series would premiere on HBO Max and would air on the CW the next day. The report mentions these potential shows would air in the summer as opposed to as part of the fall or spring lineup of shows network typically focus on. This goes on. It goes on to state, about how Stargirl kind of did this on the now defunct DC universe with the CW, but will now be airing primarily on CW for its next season. It says right here, a deal between the CW and HBO Max would be beneficial for both parties. HBO Max airing programs on the CW would get more eyes on its material. Ones that may not have the app or families that can afford the streaming services, but still rely on traditional cable and broadcast networks. The CW will get series potentially with a higher production value to make its summer programming must-see television for viewers. The CW already has a streaming service that broadcasts shows a day after they air, and unlike other ones that require a cable provider or a streaming charge, it is a free service. Alright, now that right there tells you just how brilliant this move is for the CW. I mean, yes, I get it. It works in both ways. For HBO Max, it gets more eyes on these shows. But for the CW, oh my goodness, it just broadens the horizon completely and totally because of the budgets that they're going to now have on these shows. Like, they will be able to, they will bring quality content. I don't want to say the Arrowverse is not quality content, but let's face it, 10 years ago, or 10 years, I mean not 10 years ago, but 10 years, from now, people are going to be looking at those Arrowverse shows, and it's going to be some parts are going to be a little bit cringeworthy because you can tell that while they have done a decent job with the budget they've been given, it's just your typical show on the CW, like on those kind of programming channels. But when you talk about something like HBO Max Productions being put on the CW, that's going to be mind blowing. It's going to be like nothing we've seen before from something like the CW. So this is just going to be out of this world brilliant for them to do. I'm so excited that they're doing this because this renews my interest in CW, because that was like one of my biggest problems with CW is just how it's just not fresh material anymore. It's just rehashed material. It's just them. It's more like a really bad promotional ad, more than something that is of quality. But now we're going to see, the production values for these CW shows just skyrocket. And we're going to see stuff that we're used to seeing on like HBO. Like I said, a Game of Thrones like show. And I don't mean Game of Thrones like it's like Game of Thrones. I'm talking about budget wise. We're going to get to see those shows now on the CW, and that is going to be amazing. And I'm looking so forward to this because I'll admit, here on Rants or Us, we made a video not too long ago about, is the Arrowverse dead? I actually really believe it was in its death throes. I really believe that. I thought we were getting to the point where it had a nice run, but it wasn't like it used to be, where they would bring out a show and then it would have like these great first seasons. There was a lot of shows that just really were failures from the beginning. I mean, you could say Supergirl maybe had a good first season, but after that the ratings started going down. Batwoman kind of was that way from the very beginning. A lot of the shows, didn't start off with that excitement that, let's say, the Arrow or the Flash had when they first aired on television. It was becoming a played out scenario. The Arrowverse was. It was almost like, yeah, you did this, but you didn't really change anything. You didn't really improve upon anything. So this will change that completely and totally. It almost kind of makes me wonder, HBO Max is going to be able to get away with things that the CW never could. So it kind of makes me think, well, HBO Max isn't going to do what normal HBO shows would probably do, and that's pushing the limits. If they're going to air this on CW, we're not going to get the adult-oriented shows that maybe I was thinking that we were probably going to get off HBO Max. We're not going to be getting those with this partnership. It's going to be a high production cost, but it's going to be more, I won't say family friendly, but it's going to be more, it's not going to be shows that's pushing boundaries. At least that's my take on it. Now, unless the CW just completely changes all the way around, which I don't really see how they could in that regard. I mean, it's not like, on shows like Fox or the CW or CBS or ABC or any of those channels. It's not like they can just be like, you know what, we're going to, I don't know, create a show that has, adult situations, nudity, cursing to the extremes, really kind of things that maybe would be not appreciated on those channels. So I don't think this just tells me that they're not going to be pushing the boundaries. They are going to give us quality content. They're going to boost the budget, and we are going to get to see better shows. No doubt. They're going to be better shows, better produced, better budget, better everything. We're going to get to see things on the CW that we haven't got to see before because of the budget increase. I mean, that to me is just blows me away. It excites me. I haven't been this excited about the Arrowverse in a long time. Like a long time. And I used to be a huge fan of the Arrowverse. But I just felt like it was, like I said, I felt like it was in its death throes. I felt like it was, they were coming out with some interesting stuff. That Superman and Lois show, I'm really excited to see. But it's going to be new and original. So I didn't really know how that was going to play. But I felt like after Superman and Lois, I kind of felt like, okay, this will be the end. And maybe that show will go to HBO Max, and then the CW will be left, with nothing. That's how I actually thought it was going to happen. I thought they were going to finish out the shows that they had, and then everything else from that point would be HBO Max. So I'm excited to see that's not going to happen. That HBO Max and CW are going to share those profits and those ratings, and I'm excited about this. But guys, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all are excited about this. Kind of, I won't say it's a merger, but it's kind of like a co-financing project that they're doing. And let me know if y'all are excited about it. Let me know if y'all think that this excites you more for things that are like Arrowverse shows or new content that's coming out for the CW. Let me know if that excites you. Let me know if it maybe even on the other side of it makes you want to get an HBO Max subscription of any kind. Let me know. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take